kisigira bintu.
The rest of the groups form up. If you are not part of the creative drills or the master drills, please form up. Wakuu wa vikundi, watu wa form up. Sehemu ya kawaida. So it's now military police.
The Chief of Defense Forces, sir. The forces in front of you is military police, brigade, the masters of the city line, and they are ready to demonstrate in 3 phases. They shall start with a demonstration of the weapons, where they will showcase you how that weapon can be used in a shining manner, not in a fighting way.
Military police, remember you only have 10 minutes.
We now go for the drill using SAR, where we shall demonstrate how a soldier can interplay with that weapon when not in fighting. That's what we are witnessing, and it's a drill with no order in it. A clear sign that there has been training going on as far as master drill is concerned. They are doing it in a smart and a coordinated manner to reflect coordination, precise, and mastery. We are witnessing how a soldier can have courage to pass through a weapon at that clear speed. That X, a letter formed, is a conventional sign for the brigade level and military police being a brigade level. Those guys are able to alter that X in all directions and it remains visible without losing direction or dressing. And this is what we can do perfectly. It can be seen now. They can now regain their original formation without any order because they know what they do and they have done it for quite a long time because of training. We are witnessing another phase of that when we are not using weapons and when the group is a little bit bigger, but we can still maintain precision, coordination without losing focus. And there we go. They are trying to do it in a coordinated manner, taking all directions but recovering at a clear speed. Look at that clearance. At all fashions, we can do it and bring it to you. Food for the eyes. Look at that. We are now going into building of characters, a notation for our unit, and that is military police. When you look clearly, they have built two letters. One is letter M, followed by letter P. We now recovering position. We are now witnessing the third group, a soldier of military police dressed in career combats, and behind them are they called the Yori combination. Those people are good at fighting even without a weapon, both defensive and offensive, as they are going to demonstrate to you, sir. There, sir, that marks the end of our demonstration and master drills. We beg to submit.
But you can first announce for...
So we are now having the last group or last team, and it is a presentation from the Special Forces Command.
The Chief of Defense Forces, sir. The next group on stage are members of the Special Forces Command who are going to present a cane stick showmanship. They will move together with a team that will be inspected and accompanied by SFC band. Hello? Sir, this show that you are about to witness was the creative works of the instructors of the mighty Special Forces Command for the love of the Chief of Defense Forces Inter-Forces Drills competition. And we dedicate it all to the participants of this competition. Sir, this particular drill will depict the unique manipulation of the cane stick that we usually call the go-go to suit the modern drill standard. The gogo or the cane stick was used as an enforcement tool, especially by the NCOs. So as you can see, traditionally, a cane stick was used as an enforcement tool, but now we are turning it into an entertainment tool. This is the creative works of our instructors.
So as you can see, the troops holding the SAR rifles are going to be inspected. An inspection in the military is quite important because it ensures the safety and effectiveness of our rifles. It also ensures operational readiness in terms of functionality, because it shows the rifles are in proper working order and will function reliably when needed in critical situations. Inspection also shows completeness. Officers must verify that all essential components of the rifles are present and in good condition. This includes the barrel, the stock, sights, and any other accessory which is crucial for the rifles for use. Inspection also checks the cleanliness and maintenance. It helps identify rifles that are not properly cleaned and maintained. A dirty or poorly maintained rifle can malfunction, putting the lives of both the SAR personnel and those they are trying to rescue. The importance of inspection brings in the issue of accountability and responsibility in terms of tracking equipment. It also helps in knowing damage assessment, upholding standards and procedures, and then professionalism. In summary, diligent inspection of the rifles by the military officer is not merely a procedural formality. It is a fundamental aspect of ensuring the safety, readiness, and ultimate success of critical search and rescue missions. It underscores the responsibility of officers in maintaining operational effectiveness and well-being of their personnel. Those are the main important features or important aspects of ministry. Coming next, SFC is going to have a march past as they manipulate their SAR. As we had originally said, some of these rifles are in specific roles, but now we want to show you that it can be used for any other purpose, including entertainment. Here we go. sir, as you can see, the rifles that used only to be for parade is being flipped to help entertainment in forces. This can be done in wartime or peacetime. As you can see, the two groups have been joined by another group as we are heading to form or depict the SFC logo using our own personnel. On our logo, we have key features. We have the dagger, we have the hawk's wing, and all those have meanings. The presentation of a hawk or eagle wing on a military flag or logo of SFC symbolizes several key characteristics or concepts. The dagger symbolizes, the wing symbolizes power and strength. Hawks are apex predators known for their sharp talons, keen eyesight, and powerful fights. Their wings naturally embody these attributes, representing the military might and ability to project force. And as you can see, the SFC logo is formed. The other feature that the wing represents is freedom and reach. The expansive wing span of these birds suggests freedom, the ability to soar to great heights and a wide reach. In military context, this can symbolize the ability to operate across vast distances and in diverse environments. And the other aspect is for national identity and heritage. And sir, this logo is dedicated to you because
You have been the brain behind the formulation of this flag. And sir, we ask you to accept our dedication to you. Thank you very much. And at the bottom of the flag or the logo of SFC, we have a book. A book on a military logo often carries a powerful message, signifying concepts beyond just combat and physical strength. It signifies knowledge and intelligence. It signifies history and heritage, information and communication, and lastly, effective dissemination of information. So they are now moving out with that style where they are flipping their weapons. And we want to thank you so much for watching the Special Force Command present their mastery show. Thank you very much.
SFC team, you join the other groups so that we can form up SFC group. Join the group. We are caught up by time.
Thank you, the creative teams. You've done well. We are now, the teams are going to form up and do the final march past. Our chief guest, sir, this event was honored as well to be joined by the retired General Kale Kaihura. You are welcome, sir, former Inspector General of Police. We have additional members of the NRM SEC, Honorable Lydia Wanyoto. You are welcome, and Honorable Gabriel Kato. You're welcome, and all distinguished guests in your respective capacities, you are all welcome. As the teams form up, I request the acrobat team to give us 5 minutes of action. Are you ready? And give us some accompanying music.
Like a boy, you be there for the mic. You be the fool, we better than them. Yes, we better than them. Once I don't know, we better than them. Yes, we better than them. Wakulida, Amani, Africa. Yes, we better than them. Tuna Wakulida, Africa. Yes, okay. Landi kosi wayande, landi master. Kabati da skill master. Tuko hatari kukiru pasta pasta. Usakaya kuliza ediefu. Alisababu, elera we better than them. We on fire, on fire. That's why we put on Showtime! Hey, UPDF, we better than them.
Yes, we better than them.
Oh, I don't know, we better than them.
Yes, we better than them.
Wakulida amani Africa.
Yes, we better than them.
Say yes.
Kuna uwezo ya kulinda
Okay.
Africa. Yes,
Listen to this.
than them.
Oh, land pussy way and the land master. Kapability that skill master. Tuko hatari kukilu faster faster. Usikatae kuuliza ADF. Alisababu erarane na kwenda. Are you ready? Yeah.
That's why
We put on the military hat. Top fire, no fear. We are. We better than. We burn fire, up fire. That's why we put on the military hat. Top fire, no fear. We are.
we better than them.
Hey, we better for we better than them.
Yes,
We better than them. Once I don't know, we better than them.
yes,
We better than them. Wakulida amani Africa. We better than them. Tuna uwezo ya kulinda Afrika. Okay.
than them.
Salute kwa komanda wa CDF. Jeno kaile rukabangu. Asante kwa uongozi wako mzuri. Mipaka ya kusikiliza. Umetupatia mengi mazuri. Tunaendelea kupata mazuri. Askari wako tuko sawa vizuri. Hey! Tunafanya kazi kulinda wananchi na mipaka ya Uganda na Tanzania. Landi kosi chini hapa komoto. Area kosi hewani komoto. Area kosi hatari komoto. Reserve force! Are you ready? Hey!
That's why we put on a military attire. So
Top fire, no fear fire, we are higher.
we better
You
than
been there?
them. We burn
Top fire, top fire.
That's
That's
why
why
we
we
put
put
on
on
a
the
military
military.
attire. So
Top fire, no fear fire, we are higher. Hey! You be them, we better than them. Yes, we better than them. Once I don't know. Yes, we better than them. Wakulida amani Africa. We better than them. Tuna uwezo ya kulinda Afrika. Hey, nani kosi we and nani master. Kapability and skill master. Tuko hatari kukilu faster faster. Usikatae kuuliza ADF. Alisababu erarane na kwenda.
We better than them.
We burn fire, on fire. That's why we put on military.
So fire.
Say, selector.
Thank you very much.
Batman soldiers. Arreston soldiers. Soldier music. Motor record produce. Kazi yetu ni kuchunga wananchi.
Thank
Kazi
you
yetu
very
ni
much.
kuchunga wananchi. Kazi yetu ni
Asante.
kuchunga wananchi. Na
Hiyo
mali
kipengele
yao.
imeisha.
Thank you, sir.
Asante kabisa. Acrobatics team, thank you very much. Because of time constraints, we had several other items on the program, but we are going to combine the band presentation into one, the UPDF band general demonstration. They were supposed to demonstrate as separate services, but they can do it at one go. Time is not our friend. So the UPDF band should join up together, the UPDF, SFC, and the Air Force. Give us one general demonstration so that we proceed. So we will have a band presentation, general band demonstration. And after that, the parade will form up, which will give us a march past. And thereafter, we'll have speeches. First, remarks by the chief umpire, who will also announce the best teams and the award of prizes. And then we will have a speech by the chairperson steering committee, who is also the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces and Inspector General of UPDF, who will thereafter invite the chief guest, the CDF, to give his remarks and close the function. So as the band, the combined band forms up, DJ give us something patriotic to keep the audience engaged. Patriotic. DJ, we are ready to go. The UPDF combined band demonstration. The floor is yours. UPDF band, Special Forces, Air Force. Yeah, it's okay, use the microphone. It's on.
Chief of Defense Forces, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this gigantic demonstration of our combined services bands we are witnessing now is an historical event in the milestone our national force has achieved. Recognizing that the UPDF has now thrived through the years to become a quadruple service force. What the band is now doing is forming a star, which is signaling the significant contribution of the UPDF to the country, to the region, and even to the continent. Thus, the UPDF has become a star in our country, in our region, and our continent. We shall soon witness a star, a very big star, signaling how UPDF has shown all over the years in the country, in the region, and in the continent. The UPDF has now not only pacified Uganda against all forms of adversaries, but it has also been able to export peace, stability, and tranquility to our African sister states, thus being a star in Africa, in East Africa, and in Uganda here. The demonstration is being done by the combination of our services bands, just as the UPDF is now a quadruple service, and so is the band. The UPDF band being one of the longest, oldest military units in Uganda's military history. The band has been there in the post-independence and even in contemporary Uganda. Tasked with major function of animating state occasions and UPDF institutional functions. The band is now under the command of Major Isaac Sajabi. And that song being played is a long-standing and old-time song drawn from the First and Second World Wars. It is referred to as the Holy War, signaling how the UPDF is always ever ready to take on all adversaries to peace and stability in both our country, our region, and our continents. Behold the star we have been talking about, demonstrating how the UPDF has shown over the years in the country, in the regions, and in the continent as a beacon of peace, tranquility, and stability. To a level of being able to export peace, stability, and tranquility to these African sister states and then African continent. And that drill will now culminate into the dissolution of this star, and the UPDF band will move forth to present the acronym of UPDF, to signal now the strength of the quadruple service force, which the UPDF has arrived at in contemporary times. Now this is the process of the formation of the acronym UPDF, by the combination of the services forces bands. And all these services bands have lived up to the very visionary leadership and expertise of the UPDF Director of Music, Colonel Moses Wilson Sentongo, who has guided through time for all the services to acquire their fully fledged marching bands, to be able to decongest the bulkiness of duty calls at the Land Forces Headquarters in the Joint Services Headquarters Brigade Group. Now the Special Forces Commands, the Air Forces, and the Land Forces have got their fully fledged bands, courtesy of the expertise and leadership of the Director of Music. Right about now, the services bands will now present the last demonstration, which is the formation of the abbreviation UPDF, to signal the quadruple service force strength of the UPDF, as shall soon be enshrined in our Constitution. Consists of very young, highly energetic, highly trained, promising young soldiers and officers, most of whom have attained very high qualifications in instrumental music and have been duly examined and accredited by the Royal Board of Associated Boards of the Royal College of Music of London, to be able to operate this very sophisticated European musical instrument. The band is very thankful to the leadership of the Chief of Defense Forces, through whose visionary leadership we have been able to acquire these very new instruments we are seeing here, mostly from the People's Republic of China. The band have got new assortment of instruments, some of which are in our stores, ready for use when duty calls. In conclusion of this combined services band demonstration will now be the writing using human personnel of the abbreviation or the acronym UPDF to signal the quadruple service force which UPDF has lived up to in anticipation of the aspiration of the Constitution, which wishes the UPDF to become a quadruple service force. now the acronym UPDF is showing up. And start identifying direct in front of the pavilion, in front of the Chief of Defense Forces and distinguished guests is the writing, the acronym UPDF. From left to right is UPDF, signaling our capacity as a national force to be a quadruple service force, 4 services force. The Land Forces, the Air Force, the Reserve Force, and the Special Forces Command. Has been duly demonstrated by the band. And next will now be a special tune referred to as the Battle Hymn of the Republic. It is commonly played by soldiers as they embark on wars and campaigns and military campaigns to assure them of victory. That is the Battle Hymn of the Republic. It's a prayer-like military song to give strength, morale, and courage to the soldiers as they embark on their duty course. I'm also happy to inform you that the UPD Services Band conforms to the international standards of instrumental music. Most of their members having been examined, accredited and certified by the Associated Board of the Royal College of Music of London. They are duly equipped, they've been identified, trained and deployed to serve the country through music. That marks the end of the UPDF Combined Services Band demonstration of the acronym UPDF. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you very much. The combined UPDF band. That was a comprehensive performance, and we appreciate it very much. We are now going to have a march past and the drill phase of the competition of this first edition of the CDF Interforces program will have ended. We will now move to the formalities after the march past. The Chief Umpire, Lieutenant General Lakara, will announce the best performing services, division, and they will receive certificates. The winning service commander will receive the award on behalf of his service, and the winning division will be awarded a certificate which will also be received by the division commander. Like I earlier pointed out, we have had a steering committee led by the Deputy CDF and Inspector General UPDF, and also an implementation committee led by the Joint Staff TRADOC, Training and Doctrine, incoming Brigadier Keita. I'm sure when the Deputy CDF comes to give his remarks here, in his capacity as the chairperson of the steering committee, he will probably tell us about the other members. There will also be individual awards, as you've seen. Some individuals are clearly very outstanding. They will also receive awards, and they will be rewarded by marching in front of the chief guest, the CDF, UPDF, and receiving that award from him. So the march past, the parade commander. Let's have the march past and come to a conclusion. As the parade forms up, they will proceed for the march past.
wananchi wa Uganda na jeshi la ulinzi wa wananchi wa Uganda. Viva mkuu wa majeshi! Viva wananchi wa Uganda! Viva jeshi la ulinzi wa wananchi wa Uganda! Kofia kichwani! Weka!
Thank you very much, Parade Commander, Major Henry Kaganda. From Director of Music, you've done well, and your team. We are formally coming to the end of the formal drill competition, which has been marked by that parade march past. We will now go into speeches, some few speeches, like I earlier alluded to. We'll have remarks by the Chief Umpire, Lieutenant General Akara, who will also announce the best teams and their prizes. And then we'll have a speech by the Chairperson of the Steering Committee, the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces, who will in turn invite the Chief Guest, the Chief of Defense Forces, UPDF, General Moskanirgawa. I now take the pleasure to invite the Chief Umpire to give his remarks.
The Chief of Defense Forces, sir, we have come to the end of the drill competition and the masquerade demonstration. I believe all the guests enjoyed the performances. What you saw is evidence that the Uganda People's Defense is high up there with the rest of the best. At this moment, sir, I have the honor and privilege to present to you the best performing teams and individuals for award of trophies and medals. As we all know, all the teams performed very well, but others performed exceptionally well. The best drill team is the Internal Security Organization.
The head of the team, Internal Security Organization. You've done an outstanding job, and the judges have given you the prize for the best drill team. We thought ISO are always busy gathering intelligence and they have no time for drill. But it appears not, because they've emerged the best team in drill. The representative of ISO, the Director General or the Deputy, will receive that prize on behalf of his team. The internal security organization who asked to join the inter-forces competition have challenged the regular UPDF units in a drill.
Guest of honor, sir, the runner-up in this category is the Special Forces Command.
General officers and distinguished guests, ISO, as the best and the winners in the drill competition, have won themselves a check of 10 million Uganda shillings in addition to the trophy. And the Chief of Defense Forces has just signed that check and is presenting it to the winning team. The runners-up, the Special Forces Command, have received a check of Uganda shillings, 5 million shillings. Well done, ISO, and well done, Special Forces Command.
The best drill commander, officer, commissioned officer, Lieutenant G. Asere from Directorate of Women Affairs. Best drill commander, officer.
The best drill commander, officer, and a lady. You have done very well. She has also received a check. Matunda yenye wanafanya kazi mzuri.
The best drill commander, NCO, Sergeant Muhammad Waswa from Internal Security Organization.
This is the best drill NCO, also from Internal Security Organization. Internal Security Organization are really shining. I should thank ISO for volunteering to join the inaugural CDF Interforces Drill Competition.
Guest of honor, sir, the best crop stick team is the Uganda People's Defense Air Forces.
The best crop stick team, the Uganda People's Defense Air Force, and the Air Force Commander, Lieutenant General Okidi, has moved forward to receive the grand prize on behalf of his team. Well done, Uganda People's Defense Air Force.
Guest of honor, sir, the best cane stick team is the 3 Infantry Division.
3 Infantry Division have emerged the winners as the best cane stick team. Is Commander 3rd Infantry Division here? The Commander 3rd Infantry Division will receive the prize on behalf of his team. Well done, 3rd Infantry Division.
The best cultural integration was demonstrated by the Special Forces Command.
The best cultural integration, creative drill, has been won by the Special Forces Command and the Special Forces Command. The Special Forces Command Commander, Major General Bidimujisha. I can see the smiling from ear to ear. Is picking up yet another prize that has been won by the Special Forces Command. Well done, Special Forces Command, UPDF. And that comes with another prize of Uganda shillings 10 million, plus the trophy.
CDF, sir. The last on my list is the runner-up for the best cultural integration demonstration, the 5 Infantry Division.
5 Infantry Division are the second best in the cultural drill integration. And I can see the 5 Infantry Division Commander, Major General Keith Katunji, has moved forward to receive the prize on behalf of his team. Well done, 5 Infantry Division. Your creativity was not for nothing. Those are at least 5 cows for our people in Epadere. Well done, 5
I
Division.
beg your pardon, Chief Guest. It has just been brought to my attention that we also have a prize for the best SWORD team. This is the Internal Security Organization.
The best SWORD drill team, Internal Security Organization. Above all, we congratulate all the participants from all the services, formations, and units of UPDF. This is no doubt a successful first edition of the CDF Interforces Drill Competition. If we keep this up and maintain it as an annual event, as it has been envisaged to be, I think the future is very bright for UPDF. Military parade drills are what many others who are not in the military judge us to be. Our turnout, our precision and accuracy when we respond to orders, the teamwork.
That marks the end of my presentation. Guest of honor, sir, I thank you.
Thank you very much, the Chief Umpire and your entire team for the job well done. I'm sure there will be no complaints whatsoever, and the marks were awarded fairly and accurately. Thank you very much, sir, for that important input in this first edition of the CDF Interforces Drill Competition. Our chief guests are the CDF. It is now my humble pleasure to invite the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces and Inspector General UPDF, also the Chairperson of the Steering Committee, Lieutenant General Okiding, to come and give his remarks, and thereafter invite you to give your speech and also formally close the function.
From the CDF, allow me ride on the existing protocol. I'm Lieutenant General Sam Okiding, the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces, and also the Inspector General of UPDF. Our chief guest this evening, I stand here before everybody to welcome all of you to Kololo, where we have just witnessed the image of UPDF. First and foremost, I would like to thank God because we have converged here because of His purpose. That's why we are here. I would like to take, in the same vein, to congratulate and thank His Excellency the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. He has always taught us that from wherever you are, you must add something of value. And that's why we are here today. So some of you are good at asking questions. Tomorrow, when I retire and you ask me, Okiding, what did you do with your CDF? I'll try to explain. If you don't listen, I will advise you to come to Kololo and you go the other side. There is something there. After this tent. Afande, before I proceed, in this particular exercise, I was the chairman of the steering committee. With me, I worked with the following. We had Major General Jack Bakasumba, our Chief of Joint Staff. We also had Major General James Kinalwa, JS Human Resource. We had Brigadier General Wycliffe Keita in the same committee, and it chaired the implementation committee. And then on the implementation committee, we have Brigadier General Keita. There was also Brigadier General Sad Katemba. We had Colonel MB Mugarura. We had Colonel Honorable Susan Lacote. We had Colonel PM Lokut. We had Colonel Deo Akiki. Then Lieutenant Colonel G.K. Kafuma. We had Lieutenant Colonel T.G. Aerege.
We have Major M.A. Cherop. We had Major H.Z. Matofu. We had Major Kisutu. We had Major, this one is a very tough one, but I want you to maintain your calmness. Twazamaki. We had Warrant Officer Patrick Ekirita and Warrant Officer Bekunda Dennis. Our chief guest, allow me thank you so much again. You have accepted to lead by example, and you have accepted to lead with a listening ear. You have accepted to build a team, and you have accepted to be the best team player. It's therefore my pleasure to thank all our distinguished guests for having honored our invitation amidst their busy schedules. Our chief guest, this drill competition showcases a number of military qualities. We have just seen, I don't want to go one by one, but the critical one is what we do in the battle areas. I interacted with these people when I traveled through the divisions. And I told them, in a normal life, you can assess whether a home has disciplined human beings or rebels. The first place to visit is the toilet or the latrine. The second place is the kitchen. If the two are friendly, then you have the confidence. Even the children in that home are children who are brought up. They don't simply grow. You know that's a good family. Come back to ourselves. Every army in the world claims to be perfect. But Afande CDF today, we have tried to convince ourselves, we are not convincing anybody, that we have an army capable of defending a nation. This drill competition has highlighted a lot of things. A number of military qualities and values. As we are all aware, armies are mirrored through various yardsticks, and this is one of them, the one we have just concluded. Field work, I don't want to waste even 1 second, because the whole world know you can play around, but don't touch UPDF via certain things. So we are telling them we are not only good there, but even here, it is still UPDF. The comradeship our soldiers have exhibited confirms that UPDF was founded, basing on God's principles. Afande, allow me quote this. I'm quoting the Holy Book called the Bible. You find this comradeship in Romans chapter 12, verse 10. I quote, "Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves." And that's what we saw during the demonstrations. So, God is with UPDF, and UPDF is with God. And where there is God, we are always guided by the Holy Spirit. I want to thank all those who took time to plan. I want to thank the umpires. They have given results. We are all happy with the results. You know, in a class, not everybody will get position 1. No, it's not difficult. If they tie up, we can look at the heights, the natural causes. If one is taller and the other one is short, now it will depend, that will be on the discretion of the teacher. That this time I'm giving the short one to elevate his height so that he beats the tall one. So, but the results, everybody I hope is happy with it. I want to thank our guests. I want to thank the division commanders. They put a lot of effort in this. I found I went to Pade. They were rehearsing at night. So no wonder they came with their Choli warriors and they have scooped that good prize. I went to military police. Everywhere I visited, there was a command effort. So, commanders, thank you very much. I want to thank the participants. You are great Ugandans. All of you, whether you have got a prize or not, all of you did very well. But as we have said, we are not going, you can't give everybody. I didn't say there were no mistakes. Some mistakes were there. But let those few mistakes build us more so that next year around this time, we should be able to excel. You have done a good job. You are great people. And Afande, this is a request. It should not stop here. This competition must continue because this is part of the broader professionalization of UPDF. We are professionals. That's why we are calm, we are quiet, we only act when we are provoked. That is, but some people don't read those qualities. We are always provoked. But if we are not, everybody can laugh with us. Afande, I don't want to take much time. I know we are time bound. But the accuracy, precision, which we have seen here, our dear guest, this is what we do in the field. It is only that you don't have the opportunity to see those gunships and the Sukhois, how they are hammering the targets. You don't have opportunity to see how the artilleries are smashing every target, mechanized, motorized, and then the gallant infantries who choose whom to finish and whom to spare. What you have seen, the precision here, is the precision outside. With those many words, once again, allow me to thank all the teams which have participated. Let me thank everybody who has come. And my prayer is simple, is only to wish you journey masses back home. May God bless all of you for God and my country. May I take this opportunity and singular honor to invite our chief guest, who is none other than our Chief of Defense Forces, Afande. You are most welcome to address your people. Hassan.
Please sit down. Honorable ministers present, honorable members of parliament, the members of SEC that are here present, the Deputy CDF, and Inspector General of UPDF, the Undersecretary, Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, service commanders, the Chief Umpire, Lieutenant General Lakara, the Managing Director, NEC, the division commanders who are present, the Chief of Joint Staff, and the service chiefs of staff, the Commandant of National Defense College and Senior Command and Staff College, and the other commandants of training schools that are present, members of the Joint Staff, the defense attachés who are here present, the incoming Joint Staff, Tradoc, who is also chairperson of the Implementation Committee, commanding officers, directors, senior officers, the distinguished participants of this drill competition, the Wananchi, all of you, I greet you all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
I am deeply gratified to be here to preside over this inaugural CDF Interforces drill competitions. For sure, it's the first of its kind in the history of UPDF. I want to believe that just like me, all of you enjoyed the performances that were presented. And I want to congratulate all the participants. You all did well, each and every one of you. So thank you for the effort, and please keep it up. This great spectacle has showcased some of the best that UPDF has to offer: precision, teamwork, skills, and esprit de corps. Esprit de corps. Like in the civilian world, music and entertainment, these military drills are a universal language that can be understood by everyone and can be appreciated by all. That's why we invited the civilians to also be here today. Even those with non-military background can appreciate military parades. We all know of the famous military parades around the world: the British Army, the Chinese, the Russian, the Indian, the Pakistani. All these world-famous militaries and their parades should be an inspiration for the UPDF, so that we continually improve our drills, that we may be counted amongst the best in the world. Therefore, I wish to salute all parade participants at all levels for the great effort you have demonstrated here. It shows that you prepared well and you took the event seriously. The outcome of the competition will not only have reinvigorated troop discipline, self-control, and pride in the uniform, pride in your service as soldiers of UPDF, and pride in your country, Uganda. It will also have instilled habits of precision, attention to detail, time management, teamwork, and camaraderie. I encourage commanders and the leaders of all units in UPDF to keep rotating the participants of these drill competitions so that all may benefit from this new culture. The essence of military parade at a macro level, if you look at it from the perspective of the whole army, is that it helps us coordinate it's a representation of the coordination we require in the military between different services, different formations, different units, different branches. This is a micro. It's a microcosm. It's a small representation of something, of a principle in the military that is much larger. That is jointness, all of us working together so that we achieve our end states. Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the UPDF, a new era has dawned for the UPDF, where we will pursue excellence in all fields without exception. Once again, this is a small demonstration of the excellence we're pursuing in many fields in UPDF. Our words as commanders and leaders will match our actions and deeds. We're already working hard to improve soldiers' welfare across the board. That is, where they sleep, where they work, how they feed, how they access medical care, how they dress, how they move, transport, i.e. transport and logistics, how their children access education services within the UPDF. We are now similarly paying great attention to the quality of professional military education, of the professional military education of our officers and men at all levels, the officer corps, the non-commissioned officers, and even the most basic level, recruit training. I would like to conclude by taking this opportunity to thank the organizers for the tremendous achievement of this inaugural CDF Interforces drill competition. I thank the Deputy CDF, Lieutenant General Sam Okiding, and the entire team for the successfully executing this mission that they were given. They have done a job. They've done a good job. The Chief of Joint Staff, the Joint Staff Human Resource Management, the new Joint Staff TRADOC, both of them, the incoming and outgoing, have all worked well to attain these excellent results that you have seen. We are proud of this achievement, and we should strive to do even better in the future. This is the first. Next year, we will have the second. As I was seeing the demonstrations, I was taking note of things that we need to improve on, and there are quite a few. So I'll be briefing the Deputy CDF and the umpires and the other members of the steering committee and the implementation committee on what I saw, where we're lacking. I also take this opportunity to thank the outstanding performers, those who won, the winners of this drill competition. You worked excellently to outdo an impressive field of competitors and to emerge winners. Congratulations. Your prizes are well deserved, and please keep up the good work. Finally, I cannot leave this podium without thanking our great Commander-in-Chief, whose wise guidance and dynamic leadership is the source of all the good things that UPDF has achieved in the past and will continue to achieve in the future. We thank him very much for all that he does for us. Asante sana. Mungu pamoja nasi. UPDF, hurrah!
Bendera Assembly yake! Wake up! Kundi masa! Salamu ya mkuu wa majeshi! Heshima! Top! Wake up! Kuna resha! Tatoka uwanjani kwa mwendo wa roho. Kundi ya kwanza kiongozi Western kwa ujumla go!
Thank you very much, the Chief of Defense Forces. You have come here to be with your officers and men. It has been a long day of interaction.
Section!
Our distinguished guests, we have a luncheon here. They have prepared lunch for you. Lunch and refreshments. Don't leave without having your lunch. I congratulate the steering committee and the implementation committee of the first Interforces CDF drill competition and all the participants from the different services and formations of UPDF, the combined UPDF band, UPDF land forces, the Air Force and Special Forces. We thank all the wananchi who came to share this occasion with us. We appreciate your company very much. Our distinguished guests, thank you for coming. This was a day well spent. Thank you very much. We have lunch. Let's enjoy the luncheon and then we'll proceed.
Second Infantry Division and Mountain Division. I have your certificates with me here. Second Division and Mountain Division. You come and pick your certificates from me.